Greetings, ladies and melodists, and welcome to the latest edition of reTfos, where I take old stories I've narrated and update into modern audio standards. This particular one's called Human Greg, the Engineer, written by Belgian rock fan. A frantic knocking on the door to his office told Captain Zolgamon that someone wanted to see him urgently. Probably the newbie again, he thought miserably. That kid needed to calm down. He pressed the button to open the door, and sure enough, the newbie almost fell into his office. Zolgamon tried to not sigh too loudly, but the kid was probably too panicked to notice, or care anyway. Back, was all the newbie managed to get out before stopping to catch his breath. Captain, he breathed. Captain, I was just, breathe. Passing through the engineering, breathe. The quantum, breathe. Overdrive, breathe. Regulator, breathe. Was making strange noises, breathe. And I couldn't find any of the engineers nearby. This conversation, Zolgamon thought. This should be fun. Oh, hey, newbie, he deadpanned. Did you see anything burning? He almost saw the gears in the newbie's brain come to a grinding stop. Burning? He asked. No, Captain, he added a moment later. Good. Nothing to worry your tail about, then. That's just Greg doing the thing that he does. And there went the gears, spinning into motion again. Greg, Captain. I haven't met anyone on the ship named Greg, or even heard of anyone by that name. Well, yeah, newbie, you've only been here for what? About over a week? 2 weeks, Captain. Exactly. But, Captain, with all due respect, this is not a very big ship. I think I met everyone in the crew within the first 3 days. Everyone but Greg, newbie. Don't worry your tail about it. Even I myself have only seen him a handful of times, and 2 of those were when I hired him. But who is he, Captain? What does he do, and why doesn't he show himself? Zolgamon couldn't help but shrug. He barely understood the motivations of Greg himself. I don't know, newbie. He just kind of showed up one day asking for a job in engineering. So we gave him a trial for one trip. Nobody saw him during the entire journey, but we arrived at our destination a few days earlier than the computer predicted. Whoa, the kid exclaimed, clearly in awe. Which was the normal reaction, really, Zolgamon had to admit. There were times he himself needed to take 5 minutes to contemplate just how absurd the kind of performance improvements they seemed were. Right, we hired him immediately after that. Only saw him twice after that, once to complain that no one had brought him the Red Bull he'd requested, and once about the absolute state of the molecular transporter field. I didn't even know we had one of those. What does it do? No idea, newbie. But it sounded important, so I just gave him some credits to order the new parts he wanted. Ever since then, we've been getting our destinations faster and faster. He's a real miracle worker, our little human. Earlier, in the engineering compartment, I'm telling you, Sarah, this is hands down the best gig I've ever had. For all that these big bastards have brains the size of baby elephants, they sure don't use them. Greg could almost hear Sarah roll her eyes over the phone. Come now. They can't be that dumb. Now it was his time to roll his eyes. No, Sarah, they really are. You know what I had to do to get hired? I plugged in the quantum overdrive regulator they had sitting around, but never connected. That's literally all I did. I spent the rest of the week napping in engineering compartment and watching Netflix. Told the captain that I was redirecting the ionized quantum energy flow or some bullshit. They hired me on the spot. Okay, yeah, that's pretty dumb, but, you've been on that ship for a while now. Don't tell me you've spent the entire time just watching Netflix. No, that's pretty much it. They've got a bunch of other doodads sitting around unused. When I feel like it, I plug one in. Wow, she almost sounded disappointed. That's pretty depressing. Sometimes I unplug something just to make it seem like there is a big problem I can fix later. They think I'm some kind of space gremlin that hides in engineering and makes the ship go faster, in return for making a mess of the cabling and making the cake disappear. Well, they're not wrong, she interjected without missing a beat. You wound me, Sarah. The cabling was a mess when I got here. Oh, I need to go. I can see someone is about to enter the compartment. I'm going to queue up some bad dubstep mix. They seem to think it's some of the equipment acting up. End of story. I'd greatly like to thank our Tier 5 channel members, Casper Arnholtz, John Creighton, Manatharia, 050, Dragzoon WRE, and Elijah Silvercross. Thank you very much.